Welcome back, guys. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how hackers can extract your sensitive information from a website. This information may include your username, password, credit card information, phone number, date of birth, and all other sensitive information about you that is on the website. The technique is called SQL injection. What exactly SQL injection is? SQL injection is when an attacker or a hacker injects malicious SQL code into a website input function. For example, you go on YouTube, you want to search for how to become a hacker. In the YouTube search bar, instead of you to type the text of what you want to search for, which is how to become a hacker, you inject a malicious SQL code saying that I want you to give me all the details of users using this website called YouTube. If you inject this malicious SQL code into YouTube search bar and YouTube has improper security validation and their website database executes this malicious SQL code, this would give you access to view all the data or all the information of users using YouTube. Even this could give you access to modify YouTube database whereby you can add another user, you can delete another user, and all other dangerous activity. So SQL injection has a huge impact, and attackers and ethical hackers are still finding this SQL injection in websites till today. In the meantime, help me to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This will encourage me to be even creating more advanced videos on ethical hacking and cybersecurity. So let's move on. And in this video, I'm going to be walking you through how exactly hackers perform this SQL injection in a real life website. So stick around to the video. Mind you, this video is for educational purposes. The goal is for you to know how SQL injection works and how you can defend yourself against it. So with that being said, let's dive into the video. So this is the website we're going to be using to practice our SQL injection. So as you can see, the website looks like an e-commerce website. Assuming we click on a product, so it's going to show us details about the products, including the pricing, the review, and so on, and the description about the product. So when an attacker or a hacker also wants to find vulnerability in a website, they firstly look at the website functionality, how it works, buttons they can click on, and so on. So as you can see here, I also have a button called return to list, which is going to return me back to all the product page. So as you can see here, also when I click on this product, so this is the pricing, this is the star, and this is the description about the product. So as an ethical hacker, they've seen the functionality of the website, they've seen how it works. The next thing is how to look for the vulnerability. And as you know, our goal in this lab is to look for an SQL injection vulnerability. So let me come to this account. So I'm a normal user in this account and I want to know maybe this website is vulnerable to SQL injection. Maybe if I was able to input SQL injection in this username and password input, is it going to give me an admin? Is it going to give me access to the website admin panel? So I need to bypass this and give me access to the admin panel, which you can also do in real life websites. I've penetrated some websites whereby I just inject a simple SQL injection code and I have access to the admin panel. It has happened to me when I'm penetrating a website. This website also simulates that. I want to know maybe if I inject SQL injection code to this website input function, am I going to have access to the admin panel so that I will have more power on this website, which could allow me to do a lot of things. So before I try to inject any SQL injection code, let's first try it normally. So let's first try admin. Maybe they use common password that can simply give us access to the admin panel. So let me use something like password. So let's try to log in. It says invalid username and password. So let me try something like administrator. Let me also try password like password 1 2 3. Let me try to log in. That also didn't work. Let me use administrator password. That also didn't work. So as you can see, we've tested it normally, which is what exactly real life ethical hacker will do. They will first try to interact with the website, look at its functionality, how it responds to input and so on, and then they are going to move on to the next level, which is the testing level. So now we're going to try, maybe when we try to input a name like admin. So after we've input the name of admin, as we all know that the admin username is not the right username for this account. So we want to trick it that, look, maybe this admin username is going to work. If admin username is not going to work, or 1 is equals to 1, this simply means we want you to use this admin username to log in to this account. If admin username didn't work, 1 is equal to 1, and as we all know that 1 is equals to 1, it's going to work. So that's how basically SQL injection works. So let's just add 2 hyphen here, and we can type anything we want in this password input. So let me log in, maybe it's going to work. As you can see, that also didn't work. So let me try to use administrator. Let me use single quotes or 1 equals to 1. So let me use this 2 hyphen at the back of it. So let me try to use maybe password over here, or type anything 1 2 3 4 5 6. So let me try to log in. Boom, we've logged in as admin. As you can see, congratulations, you solved the lab. So that's how real life ethical hacker find vulnerability in a website. So to protect your website from SQL injection, I recommend using web application firewall. This web application firewall will help you to detect and block any common SQL injection attempts on your website. Another thing is, your website must validate user inputs. Whenever a user inputs anything into maybe your login form, your input form, your website should sanitize it and ensure the input is safe. And the last thing is that ensure you keep all your software updated, because outdated database and frameworks often cause SQL injection. Ensure that your software is up to date and everything is patched.